Welcome to the show, everyone. We have Ronnie has made another appearance again today.
Yes, sir.
I fucking love this guy. So how you been, man? How you doing?
I'm good. Everything's fine. Everything's fresh.
That's right, man.
The allergies. So I wanted to talk about real quick before we do the mental health check and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'll forget.
Okay.
It's allergy season.
This is true.
I have one question.
Go ahead.
We've been on the planet for how many years?
Well, I've only been on this planet for 40 years, so I can only talk from that experience.
Humans.
Humans.
Right. Is that good? It's on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We're good, man.
Everything's good. All right. So humans have been on the planet a long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why haven't we adapted to pollen? Because my eyes feel like sandpaper and all year long, I'm just messed up in here. Are we not supposed to be on this planet? Because it's terrible. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think that the human has adapted in a sense, but at the same time too, all our comfort creatures and stuff like that have actually reversed that adaptation is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You got to look at the primitive man and all that stuff, walking around and barefoot, hunting and gathering and stuff like that. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, his immune system was probably strong, but his life expectancy was like maybe 20.
Yeah.
So
right.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think we reverse a lot of that stuff by putting that eye cream on, drinking those caffeinated beverages, alcoholic beverages and stuff like that.
At least I have water here.
Yeah, absolutely.
To flush down the toxins that this monster's destroying my colon.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? But all right, so mental health check. How you feeling today?
I feel great, man.
Are you just saying that? Or
no.
Is it like when you pass somebody and you're like, hey, how are you? And you're like, fine, how are you? But you feel like you want to just like jump off a building.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I could jump off a building and fly away pretty much, man. After having Marcus, I had Marcus over here a couple days ago, man. And
shout out to Marcus.
Yeah.
Love
brother.
you, bro.
Thank you so much, man. That was such a boost to me, man.
Yeah. I love that dude. He brings so much great energy. Like every time we're around each other, you ever been around someone to where right when you look at them, you just start laughing?
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's me and Marcus.
Yeah,
and man. I don't know if he's laughing at me because I'm funny looking. He's definitely not funny looking, right? He looks like an R&B singer. And I just, every time we look at each other, we just start cracking up laughing.
Well, I don't know, man. That's like some people, they have that, contagious laugh or something like that?
Contagious laugh, yeah.
Yeah, to where someone starts laughing.
They just start laughing.
It makes you laugh and everything like that. Yeah. There's quite a few people I know that are like that.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I could be around him all day long and just laugh. You know what I mean?
Laughter heals a lot of things.
Laughter. We need more laughter.
Absolutely, man. We need more good vibes. So, yeah, no, I'm feeling great from all that energy that he gave, that inspiration and all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Good dude. Definitely have him on again. Love that.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
That's how I'm feeling now. How are you feeling?
Other than the allergy thing, which I can't figure out.
Okay.
All right. But we'll dig into the science. We'll dig into the science of it. And I just don't understand it. But the moment I wake up, we might have talked about this before. If I go to reach for my phone, I feel like my day is starting off downhill.
See, that's technology, man.
Right. So I'm trying to wake up and just naturally, the sun coming through the window, stuff like that, without touching anything that has to do with the outside world yet. People, because it's all negative, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Soon as I open my phone, the first thing I see is negativity.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So so anybody try this out. When you wake up, most of you probably reach for your phone to check what happened while you were sleeping. I say wake up and go downstairs. You know what I mean? Open the front door, walk out on your porch if you have it. Yeah. And don't put any clothes on. You know what I mean? There you go. I was talking. Man. I was talking to Gilbert, and I said I'm going to make him blush within 3 minutes of this.
Oh yeah.
And I said I think he feels a little uncomfortable when I start talking about stuff like this, and he goes, "Absolutely." So I don't know. It only took a little bit for you to blush. Now you're completely red. But so yeah. Anyway, wake up and go outside.
Yeah. You should do that. You should get some sunshine.
Yeah.
Stuff, some fresh air, man.
Yeah.
I also heard about grounding yourself, they call it, or something.
What's that?
Walking in the grass, barefoot. Get that feel for the, what is it? The energy from the earth and all that stuff, man. So
like the movie Avatar, you ever see that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Kenneth was talking about that too. When he was over, he was talking about watching Avatar and everything. That's a good movie, man. I think we've lost a lot of touch with Mother Nature and all that stuff, being out in the wilderness. And actually coming up on my days off, me and Tommy, we're going to be going to do a hike camping thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm going to record that too. All that stuff, kind of share my experiences and all that stuff. Yeah. So it's a 4 mile hike, set up camp. We'll stay tonight and then we'll 4 mile hike out.
Yeah.
Already did this in December. It was cold.
Yeah.
But we prepared for it. It was good times, man. Just to get out in nature. Just me and him, man, in the middle of the woods.
Yeah. Just bros being guys.
It's just being peaceful, dude.
Yeah.
It's peaceful, listen to nature and all that stuff, and kind of like getting away from the distractions of our everyday lives of cell phones and all that stuff.
Yep.
Even though we had cell phone service and all that stuff out there, but it's just like, just looking around and there's no one.
Right.
No one for miles and all that stuff.
No, it's definitely needed, man. I got to take breaks sometimes from like social media and stuff because I find myself getting addicted to that attention. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You post something and you wait to see who responds.
Absolutely.
Because everyone wants to be liked.
Yeah.
So instead of just appreciating who you are, the company of a person, like you said, out in nature and stuff like that, we just go to social media and we seek validation from strangers.
It's those dopamine hits, basically.
Yeah.
That's what it really is. It's that instant gratification and all that stuff.
Right. So, right.
That's something I've been working on myself as well.
Yeah.
I've been off social media for a long time.
Yeah.
I have to get back in it with this and everything.
Right, but that'll be different because this is you're pushing something positive.
Absolutely.
And it's for the good of the cause. Like,
absolutely.
I don't have Facebook anymore, and I'm so glad because it was just negative. I was arguing with strangers, people that live across the planet.
Oh yeah, absolutely. About who knows what.
The politics usually, just the dumbest shit ever. So, and then you put your phone down and you're in a bad mood, and you don't even know that person.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So your energy is just sucked right out of you, and now you're just walking around pissed off at the world.
Well, I've looked at it too, man. If I've had like a bad 5-minute conversation, am I going to allow that to ruin my whole day? And I'm like, oh, man, it's over. It's over. It's done.
Yeah.
Let's keep it moving, man, on to better things. So you can't allow certain things to affect you all day.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we do.
Yeah. We hold on to it. You can't. And grudges.
Yeah.
It's not worth it, man.
Absolutely. No, it's just eating you up inside, man.
Yeah. Like me and my brother, we have a really great relationship now.
Good.
And years ago, it was just terrible.
Okay.
And, you hold on to things when you're younger because you think they're important. Yeah. And then as you get older, I sat there and I was like, why I'm holding on to things that they don't mean anything.
Yeah.
So let's patch things up and, let's make it right.
Yeah.
Make it right with the people that are close to you in your life, your family, close friends, stuff like that.
Yeah. Whoever matters to you.
Right. Right.
And that cares about you. Because a lot of people don't really care.
No.
Fortunately.
You could tell the genuine ones, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a good thing, man. Getting a little deep there. Yeah. So, man, we're going to get right into the meat and potatoes of today. Today's topic. Gonna have a nice big plate of this. We're gonna talk about musical inspirations and growing up and how music has affected us and stuff like that. Yeah. So hopefully you could share into this journey with us, everyone.
It's my favorite topic.
Yeah, man. We'll get into a little bit more deep details in another episode, but we're going to start this on off just a little bit easy. So let's start with myself. Like the first music or inspirational or stuff like that I could remember as a little kid. Besides listening to my parents, play Frank Sinatra or oldies and stuff like that. My brother, he had like an MC Hammer cassette tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hammer time.
Hammer time, baby.
Hammer time.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I remember.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That's like 89, 90.
Yeah, right around there,
time.
man. That's where I kind of like got into all that stuff.
Yeah.
So listening to that, and then what else? After that, got into I'd have to say since my brother was older, he was always bringing, the musical stuff and passing it down to me.
Yeah.
Rock and roll, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And another crazy thing, getting just a little bit into high school, before I actually started playing bass guitar.
Slapping the bass, huh?
Slapping the bass, man.
You ever see that movie? It's called I Love You, Man. Paul Rudd talks about slapping the bass. It's a hilarious scene.
Yep.
And he's telling his girlfriend about how he used to slap the bass.
Okay.
And he's like, slapping the bass, man. And then he's like, slapping the bass. And she's like, you play it all the way up here? And he's like, oh, yeah. He's like, air bass, you play it up here. When you're actually playing it, you're playing it low down here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's hilarious. That scene. I got to bring you the movie. You can watch it. You'll like it.
I did see it just a long
Oh, okay.
time ago.
All right. Yeah.
So, but definitely.
It's called I Love You, Man.
Absolutely.
And I love you, man.
Love you, man, too. High school wrestling and all that stuff. Our coach would blast some music for us because it'd be grueling and
Motivation
torture and all that stuff. Yeah, motivation. So he would play some Boston, which was pretty good. He would actually play the Jackson 5.
Really?
And Frank Sinatra. So those are some of the cool things.
I wonder if he played Frank Sinatra to calm you guys down.
Yeah.
To teach about control.
Yeah.
And to be patient, especially with wrestling, because it's so much like, wrestling is a huge part of UFC and
Intensity.
MMA. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Very intense. But you want to be cool in those situations.
Right.
So you don't, you really have to think about that stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of it is like a living chess match almost.
Yeah.
So
music, man. It's a soundtrack to our life. It's just amazing.
Sue's the Savage Beast.
Absolutely.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
And I, for wrestling matches and stuff like that, we would come out to, the Jackson 5 or, Frank Sinatra or something. It's just, it was a lot of fun, man. So that my musical experience. And then, like I said, I got into playing the bass guitar and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And actually going to jazz band and trying to read music and just learning. And I kind of like fell in love with music at that point.
Yeah. There's nothing like making your own music.
Yeah, I was never at that point.
Yeah.
I would normally play a lot of like other songs and stuff like that.
Yeah, covers and stuff.
Yeah.
I still think that's like making your own music because you're making it
because you're doing it.
You're doing it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
This is true.
There's a huge
music.
difference between playing an instrument and making music on a beat machine. You know what I mean? Not taking anything away from the beat machine makers.
No, not at all.
Because it's awesome, but holding the instrument in your hand and actually hearing and creating those sounds, I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really, it's impressive too, man. You ever see some of these guys?
I know, man. There's just so much talent out there in the world and everything, man. It's ridiculous. Like some of the most talented people out there and the things that they could do.
I know.
And like, the up and coming generation and all that stuff, they're just ripping it.
Yeah.
So
I took guitar classes for like 2 weeks when I was younger.
Yeah.
Acoustic guitar.
Okay.
Because I have long phalanges.
Yeah, no, I got short stubbies.
That's fine.
That's why my buddy, I wanted to play guitar, and he's like, you might want to play bass guitar because you got short stubby fingers that'll help out and maneuver around the fretboard and all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it was my hands were good. I grew like callus. It was terrible.
Absolutely.
I lost interest, man. Like, I believe there's certain people that can understand it, and there's certain people that can't.
Yeah, true.
And I just could not pick it up at all. I was lost with it, man. Yeah. So, I just wasn't meant for me, I guess.
Yeah. For me, playing bass guitar, it was kind of hard to find connections with other people that, that are looking for that as well. In high school, I had quite a few people in the band and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We would just mess around playing cover songs and all that stuff. But when I moved away after high school, I didn't really kind of like fell away from the scene. Didn't really know too many people and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of didn't have that connection. So it kind of just like sat there.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I just lost interest in all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
it happens.
Yeah, it does, man.
Yeah,
it does. So, it's just, that's just like part of my life thing, just keep it moving.
Yeah. We're similar, man, because I was first introduced to hip hop by my brother.
Okay.
Who's 5 years older than me.
Yeah.
So everything that he was doing and listening to at that time, I followed along.
Yeah.
Right. And he passed things down to me. So I remember it was his birthday, and maybe 1988. Okay. I was 8 years old, and he went to the mall and purchased LL Cool J, his album called Bad.
Okay.
Right. I think that's what it's called. All right. My memory right now is a little off, but so I was listening to this tape because it was a cassette tape at the time. Right. And I was instantly just attracted to the sound.
Oh, wow.
Right. And I mean, 8 years old listening to an LL Cool J tape, I obviously wasn't supposed to be listening to that, curse words and stuff like that or whatever, but it was the 80s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's way different times than now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
There's no filter in the 80s, right? Yeah. So I'm listening to this music from my brother, and when he would leave, I would sneak in his room. I would listen to his music. I would try on his sneakers. He had shell toe Adidas, LL Cool J, all those guys. You know what I mean? And I was drawn to this culture and this art of hip hop music. And from 8 years old on, it was just something that I just loved. And, so I was exposed to LL Cool J as my first rapper.
Okay.
In the 80s. Yeah. And it just went on from there. And when, like you said, Hammer, when he came out, I was attracted to that.
Yeah.
And then Vanilla Ice.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
That was around the same time Hammer came out. And that was in the 90s. Mm-hmm. I was 10 years old. And, I was looking at somebody like Vanilla Ice who, closed-minded people would make fun of. They would make fun of me for liking that, all because of color. Yeah. Of skin, which is just ridiculous to me. Yeah, so, absolutely. I mean, music, there's no color to me. I mean, Jimi Hendrix, he was black and he did rock and roll. I mean, it's just...
He is hands down, like, the best in my world.
Come on.
So inspirational, man. He could play that guitar.
That's what I'm talking about.
When he plays that Star Spangled Banner, I'm just talking about it. It's giving me chills, man.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah, he is amazing. And unfortunately, he was very short-lived, man.
Right.
He could have done so much.
So much. And... he didn't care about color, man.
Yeah.
And people that loved him, they didn't care about skin color.
Exactly.
It was the talent.
Yeah.
Why can't we base how we look at somebody off of their talent and not the color of their skin? I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me, but that's the world we live in. And unfortunately, when you face those obstacles from closed-minded people, you have to just navigate around them because they're just doing nothing but bringing negativity to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
A young white kid from grew up in the sticks like myself, who was introduced to hardcore rap. I mean, LL Cool J, he's from Queens.
Oh yeah.
And it was just hardcore, man. Yeah. That's what I was introduced to from my brother. Shout out to my older brother. I love you. And so where we at? 1990, I was 10. And then you get into 92, 93, around that time, Dr. Dre came out.
Yep.
Snoop came out. That album, The Chronic, was just amazing.
I have that album.
Let me tell you, Dr. Dre and Snoop, he had every single white kid wearing khaki pants, Chuck Taylors, flannel shirts. I mean, the West Coast took
Yeah,
over.
man.
They took over the rap scene, right?
Yeah, they did.
And, you know, even though the early 90s, hip hop in New York City on the East Coast was just, it was grimy. It was amazing. It was rugged.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Dre and them, they took it to a whole different thing. And eventually the East Coast came back, you know, and people like Nas, who's probably my favorite. And, you know, the scene, the music scene bounced from the East Coast to West Coast to back. And then down South came out with some stuff. And I mean, you know, and then Eminem's from Detroit. So that was like, you know, up further. I mean, and it just goes to show you all across the country.
Absolutely.
You get just so many different artists with so much talent and style. I mean, it's just amazing. So, you know, high school, I graduated in 98, which would make me old. And even though we look like we're like 28 years old right now.
We're aging well. We're like a fine wine.
Eye cream.
Yeah.
For me. And natural coffee with no microwave for you. You stay away from the rays of the, what is it in the microwave?
This is the radiation waves.
The radiation waves.
Yeah, man. We'll get into that.
We'll get into that another time.
But this actually isn't coffee, man. I've been off coffee for a while.
Really?
You know, this is mud water. It's basically, yeah, dude. I'll have to show you the package and all that stuff. And you know, it's with the
shout out to the mud water.
Oh man,
cheers.
Bunch of, you know.
Next time I'm here, I want some mud water.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Yeah. I'll hook it up for you, man.
Yeah. I don't want it now because I'm already tainted by the taste of this.
I got you. Next time, I got you.
Next time,
I could send you home with
some mud water.
Yeah, man.
Get real dirty with it. What you drinking over there? Got some mud water.
Well,
get that mud water up in you.
I guess it's a reference.
Is there caffeine in there?
Very, very like minute microdosing or something like that. You know, like I think it's like maybe like 1/10 of a cup of a coffee.
So you drink it for the flavor?
I drink it for like the morning ritual and all that stuff, like that and the nootropics and all that stuff. So it's
nootropics.
Yeah, it's.
I'm gonna have to Google that.
It's got mushrooms and all that stuff in there.
Shrooms.
Well, no.
Get this man drug tested immediately.
No.
So what's it like being on shrooms?
I don't know about that. But I'm just saying, like, mushrooms do have some good natural antibodies and healing and stuff like that.
The unicorn poster seems like somebody's on shrooms.
That's Freddie. Freddie bringing in.
Freddie's on shrooms?
No.
I'm gonna have to write all this down.
No, Freddie's not on shrooms.
Freddie's definitely on shrooms.
He's just.
Freddie grows like a mushroom, though.
He's.
Is it too much? Did I go over the?
I don't know, man.
All right.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. There's no rules.
It's all love.
There's no rules here.
It's all love, man.
All right.
But yeah, Freddie, you know.
Back to the music.
Back to the music. Okay, let's bring it back.
Let's bring it back in.
Bring it back into
all right.
the music. So in the early 90s, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You were listening to that. I was starting to listen to alternative and heavy metal and all that stuff.
Grunge in the 90s.
Yeah.
Nirvana. I mean,
big time Nirvana.
Oh my God.
Kurt Cobain,
Pearl Jam.
Stuff, man. Pearl Jam.
I mean, It's the best times.
And
80s and 90s, the best.
Absolutely. We still had, Metallica was out there.
Yeah.
There's quite a new up and coming people and all that stuff. And going to concerts. I think my first concert was AC/DC.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they're still rocking out too.
Madison Square Garden. Well, I think Angus Young's brother, Malcolm Young, I think he passed away.
Really?
Yeah, he did. I think that was a while ago too. So I'll have to look back into it. But they might be rocking out still.
Yeah.
So
they always got me with that guitar, the hop that he did.
Oh yeah, man.
I mean, it was just awesome.
He actually got that from I believe it was Chuck Berry.
Really?
I believe it was Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry invented that hop, that walk pretty much.
Yeah.
And he's old school, man. He's underground too. Chuck Berry, man. He's a good dude, rock and roll, man.
Yeah.
Like, not too many people think about all that stuff, but he's inspired and all that stuff.
Yeah. No, there's a lot. There's so many great artists, man. So many great artists. The 90s, it was big in hip hop, but like you said, the grunge came out and then it was just like, whoa. And then Counting Crows came out. And I first
all that alternative stuff.
Yeah, when I first saw the video for Mr. Jones, Counting Crows, I see this white dude with dreads.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I remember like it was yesterday. We were at my mom's friend's house because they had a big pool. So we were like swimming in their pool and stuff. And I came in the house, I think to get a drink or whatever. I was a little kid and they had MTV on when MTV used to play music. Right? Yeah. And I saw Mr. Jones from the Counting Crows come on and I right away was just like, this is amazing. Wow. And, so I just see this guy with just dreads and he's like, sha la 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 la. And I was just like, man. Oh my God. He had the leather jacket with the the tassels and stuff or suede jacket, whatever it was. And, so stuff like those memories stick with me as far as music. Absolutely. Because, it's so amazing what music does to people. It can take your bad day and turn it into a good day. It can motivate you to work out, to push harder Absolutely. At the gym. Yeah. If you're in your car and you're on your way to maybe, punch somebody in the face, maybe you want to throw on, and for me, it would be Onyx. I mean, That's a rap group that was in the 90s. There you go. And, they had an album. Their album was called Back the Fuck Up. Now think about as a group going to the record label and they're like, yeah, so what's your album going to be called? And it's like a bunch of grimy ass dudes with bald heads and they're like, back the fuck up. Oh yeah. The record exec was probably like, okay, absolutely. That's fine. So it's going to be back the fuck up. They're going to be like, it's going to be back the fuck up. And they're going to be like, nah, it's back duh. And that's what was on their album. Back the fuck up. And it's an amazing album. Yeah. And that's Onyx. Onyx is a great group to listen to when you want to work out, get excited, or if you're about to go do something violent. You Absolutely. Know what I mean? That's good stuff. I don't recommend doing anything violent. I'm just saying if you have to go do something violent, like let's just say you drove past somebody and you seen them throw a puppy out the window. Oh, no. You have to circle back. Oh, yeah, man. And if you have time when you circle back, put Onyx on and track them down. That's right. You get that puppy. You have to save the puppy first. Yep. And then track that guy down. And then track the guy down. Absolutely. And take all the anger that you're getting from listening to Onyx and, Oh, I hear you. But in no way, shape, or form are we condoning violence. We just want to, I want to protect puppies. Absolutely. Right. And if it means, I know if it means taking that trip to Princeton. If it means taking that trip to Princeton, maybe you have to hide a body, maybe not. I'm not saying kill somebody and bury them. No, we're not doing that. Nope, we're not doing that. My goal is to make you feel uncomfortable because I told Gilbert, I was like, I'm going to pull him out of his comfort zone. Oh, man. Yeah. And you start blushing, your cheeks get all red like my sweatshirt. But anyway, I love it. Times, man, I love doing this. Yeah. It's a good time, man. Absolutely. Love having you here, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I love being here. Good. I leave with, what is that people get? Is it called E4? E4, yes. It was on the tip of my tongue, but I didn't want to sound stupid because I graduated from Oakcrest. So I wasn't sure if I was going to say it wrong. It's okay. And trust me, but if we say something wrong or do something funny, people are going to let us know. Oh yeah, they're going to pass me, Rate in the comments. Yeah, what a fucking idiot. I got a shout out to George, man. George has the best comments ever though on our videos. Oh man, they are. I read them comments. Yeah, man, and I laugh. It's good to see people. Interaction, giving us a chance. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because you have to take time away from your day and your job, and just actually sit down and talk to people. I feel like we don't communicate enough, man. And we hold it all in. And it's especially, in our field, it's you hold a lot of stuff in. Yeah, man. And you have to have a release, whether it's going to the gym, taking a drive, listening to music, like we said. Yeah. That's a good doing boxing, any type of martial arts or something like that. And we're taking a walk in nature. Right. Walk in nature. Like today, I usually ask, what did you listen to on your way here today? Yeah. I didn't listen to anything. That's good. I walked out of the house and I heard the birds chirping. Mm-hmm. It was a little bit windy. feels chilly, but it still had a spring type of feel to it, right?
Yeah.
And when it's the springtime, my walks, when I ride my bike, when I drive around with the windows down, a lot of times I don't listen to anything.
Yeah. Yeah. When I go running, I don't listen to any type of music or anything.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a meditative state for myself. And I kind of just focus on my breath and, my steps and all that stuff, and kind of just like get in tune with my body and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, just be, blank minded pretty much.
Right. You need a reset.
Yeah.
You listen to nature, the birds, the trees, the wind.
You need to just turn it off. And as you were saying with the whole communication thing, having, cell phones and everyone's texting, you lose that communication when you actually talk to someone and you get the actual emotion from their voice. That sends off a lot of things.
Yeah.
And just seeing their facial features and all that stuff, and, eye contact and all that stuff. Yeah. We've gotten away from a lot of that stuff.
Right.
Even though we do have video chat, which is great.
But we're not doing that a lot.
No.
I mean, most arguments I get into are through text messages.
Yep. Absolutely.
Because somebody's taking it the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
And then you can say, hey, I was just joking. They can't tell because they don't hear the tone. They don't see your face. So
absolutely.
Try to stay away from text messaging, even though now that's probably the most.
It's the easiest communication ever.
Right.
Because you could send a text message and just be on. You could send you could have 5 different conversations at once.
Right.
But when you have phone call, you're committed to that person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's why I miss the 80s and 90s. Remember? It was the best thing in the world.
You'd have to get a payphone or a phone.
Right.
Landline.
Yeah. I was fortunate because when we got to a certain age and I was allowed to listen to those albums that we were talking about. And as I got older in my teenage years, my dad was a little more lenient as far as, what I could be exposed to. And him just being a good dad, he's monitoring his kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
which I think today parents lack that.
Well,
but
I couldn't tell because I'm not a parent.
No, but I see these little bastards running around and they have no trouble, respect. Man. Look at them. They have no respect. So anyway, we'll get into that another time. But when my parents first gave me a phone and my own little phone line in my room before cell phones and all that.
Oh, yeah.
You would talk to your friends, your girlfriend. I remember back in those days, I would talk to whatever girlfriend I was with at the time because I was with so many. And we would talk on the phone all night and then fall asleep on the phone. I mean, that was just amazing times.
Oh,
and
man.
Then if you did it right, when you woke up in the morning, you can hear them breathing. And if it was time to hang up the phone, and they were still asleep, you would press the buttons to try to wake them up and stuff like that. Or, you would just hang up. I mean, those were the days, man. That's funny. We communicated all night long on the phone. Yeah. Now it's just text messaging.
Absolutely.
You could text somebody for hours all night and you're just texting them. There's no like energy behind that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's just cold, hard letters, words on
a screen. Yeah.
So, but, geez.
Yeah, man.
It's a little crazy.
Yeah.
It's a little crazy, but I mean, that's the world we live in, man.
Sometimes it gets crazy, Carl.
Oh, yeah. I know when you're on here, it's definitely crazy.
Well, no, I mean, like just in general in life.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when I leave from here, all the energy that I get, the positive energy, I'm going to use it throughout my day.
Oh, that's good.
See, the energy that we gather, I truly believe you use it throughout your day, but it depletes.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have to build more. You know what I mean?
Replenish it, we'll say.
Yeah. Replenish it.
Replenishing.
Because it depletes.
Yes. We'll get into the scientific terms a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get into the big words another time. If Dowdy was here, he'd be like, replenish, deplete. I use that every single day in my normal language.
Absolutely.
He's the smartest person I know.
Dude, that guy.
Him and Josh.
Oh, yeah, man.
I mean, two in a room.
That's what oh, man.
I would feel like
these guys are going to blow my mind.
Yeah.
I have these two guys sitting in here, man.
Oh my God.
That'll be the greatest time. I just want to have them just converse and just talk to each other about anything and everything, man.
Yeah. I feel like they're so smart. They can come up with a bomb, or something that, not saying that they would do anything violent like that.
Like an energy bomb.
Yeah.
I would say.
Right.
An energy bomb.
That's what I was going for. You thought I meant like a bomb that kills people?
No.
I'm not talking about that.
Kills bad moods.
Even, a bomb that kills bad moods and an energy bomb that increases the serotonin.
Yeah.
You didn't think I was going to hit you with that word.
Ooh.
And the only reason I know about serotonin is because I'm on anxiety meds.
Oh, man.
But we'll get into that another time.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, those guys, but that's something that I feel like talking to a few other people that are really in tune spiritually and all that stuff, you know, the law of attraction and vibrations and all that stuff. And what you put your time and energy to, you kind of like get it back, reverberates.
Absolutely.
Like that. So this is why one of the things I wanted to do with this and have people, you know, come here and on this is, you know, to get how they feel.
Right.
And like really, you know, have this as an avenue and all that stuff for people to just talk and be free, all that stuff. And, you know, people have more to share with the world, but they don't really have a platform to talk about it.
Right.
And I feel like this, with you, Freddie, and everyone else I have on this, is, you know, just to kind of like enjoy life, man.
Yeah.
I do really, you know, appreciate you guys and your assistance and all that stuff, man. And this is my journey, and I want to share my conversations and my journey in my life with you guys, and same comes back to me.
Yeah.
So
no, it's very important, man. And we appreciate it. We were just talking about it the other day, how this is like awesome.
Yeah. Dude.
You know what I mean? Like, if I didn't come here today, everything that we talked about, I wouldn't have expressed, you know, all those things. And now I'm thinking about, like, you know, good memories with me and my brother and music and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right?
And that's what this is about.
Yeah.
It's about bringing out that positivity and that positive energy, sharing it with another person, and, you know, leave here just feeling good about your day, man.
Yeah.
Because we're surrounded by a lot of negativity, man.
Yes.
And you can't
news media, everything, all that stuff, social media, all
right.
that stuff.
You know, work, whatever work somebody does or whatever, and it affects the people in your lives that want to love you and want to be there for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. People that truly care.
Truly care. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can really tell about that. And that's why I don't have too many people that I interact with that much. I mean, I interact with a lot of people, but that don't really know deep down inside what I have and what I offer and all that stuff, because a lot of people use that against you sometimes, man. So,
yeah.
But, you know, you just have to really be wary about that. It's in a sense of some people are jealous of what you have. I don't know why, man, but
that's because they're
it's like, hey, man, I just want to share it with you, and you have something, you or anyone else, you have something that they're better than me at. And, you know, I just want to learn from you too, man. I just want to grow and, you know, just see your side and your perspective and all that stuff, man. Just kind of like get into it.
Yeah. No, it's important, man. And I love it.
Good. Yeah. And I you know, we're getting some positive feedback and everything else like that.
Yeah.
Pretty much enjoying it, man.
Yeah. So far, I haven't gotten any hate from people.
Yeah, not at all, man.
And they're offering their advice, and, you know, I honestly think you sparked up something great.
Yeah, that's what
I wanted, man. And this is the beginning. This is the infancy.
Yes, absolutely.
Infancy. This is the infancy stage of something miraculous. What if I talk like that all day? People would think
that'd be funny.
That'd be real funny. Or like in a London accent, bruv.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That'd be good.
Like we say bro, they say bruv.
Interesting.
It's pretty cool.
I just actually watched Sherlock Holmes the other day. The one with the
Robert Downey Jr.
Man.
He's an amazing actor.
He's so good, man.
You know, I can't believe he wasn't in my top 5.
He has a story too. Well,
we'll revisit
that was your top
that
5
that day.
for that day.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Man?
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
I know what you're saying.
Okay, good. We're gonna have to talk about that again.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, man. Good times, man.
Yeah.
Well, again, thank you very much. Appreciate everything.
Absolutely.
And we'll have back on again. If you guys feel of anything, you know, please let us know in the comments below, man, how you felt about this. If anything stuck out to you or anything you want to share with us. And if you definitely want to come on and sit with us and have those awesome conversations, you know, just reach out to one of us and, man, we'll get you on. I'd love to have you on and hear your stories and everything.
Yep. You'll feel better at the end.
100%, man. Yeah, good vibes, man.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
My man.